Welcome back to the channel. How are you doing, boys? So I was on a short vacation, as you can see. I'm happy, I'm well rested, but as soon as I step out the door, things go down the crapper. It looks like Linus Tech Tips shot themselves in the foot. Not actually. So then what's this video about? You probably all heard about the Linus Tech Tips drama, whatever. I'll just gonna quickly add some of my thoughts on this topic. I will read my notes and quickly introduce you into the issue. So what's Linus Tech Tips? Linus Tech Tips is a very famous tech channel. If you haven't watched their videos, you should. It's really great. It was started by this guy Linus Sebastian, who was building PCs and whatever, and he was just basically a nerd like all of us. And eventually his channel grew into this component testing, whatever, you know, they're showing you new tech and compare it to others. So they are making objective observations and show us the results. And one of their videos, I think their lab tour or whatever, this one guy said that their testing abilities are better than some other channels and named Gamers Nexus in the video, who is another very similar tech channel to Linus Tech Tips, obviously a lot smaller, but still a very, very great channel. You should watch him too. I think Gamers Nexus took it as, alright, you throw a ball at me, let me just show you something. And he made a very, very long video and very interesting video about some issues with the Linus Tech Tip channel. Because if that employee could claim that their tests are very, very good, then obviously they must be. And Gamers Nexus basically proved otherwise. He revealed that some of their tests were bad and not correct, and you know, some issues. Of course not with all of their videos, but unfortunately for them there were even bigger problems. And two that stood out the most is one when they reviewed the mouse and they forgot to take the peel off the plastic from the mouse bottom. Yeah, if you don't take that down and you test the mouse, it's obviously gonna be crap, which they claimed it is. Not like this, but they said it's not very good for the price point. And the other one, which was a little bit worse, so this company named Billet Labs sent them this copper cooling whatever thingy for a GeForce 3090 Ti graphics card. If you don't know what it is, it's basically a component for your PC which makes your video games look very cool. And they sent this component and also this graphics card that was made for. So all Linus Tech Tips had to do to review this is just put it into a PC, do their tests and conclude some results. And of course, as any company, you probably expect some good results. You probably wouldn't be sending your components if you know it's not really good, because if you look at this, it's a really great way to advertise your items. However, what Linus Tech Tips did is they somehow lost the graphics card or misplaced it somewhere. It's not really important. I can see that happening, you know, they're a big company, they have a lot of items. They just misplaced it somewhere. It's not a big deal. Instead of finding another graphics card like that to put the cooler on, they just simply put it on a different graphics card, which you know, it's some, like, I don't know, it's probably not a big problem, but according to Billet Labs it is, because it was really specifically designed for this other graphics card. Although the one that they put it on, it was like similar, but it's not the same, you know. So you just can't just conclude an objective result based on something that is not made for that, you know. I can see their reasoning. Of course, they made the test and it was bad, and they concluded that this product was not worth purchasing, you know. Then Billet Labs emailed them that, yo guys, but you haven't tested the way you should have tested. We even sent you this graphics card and you just, I mean, why did you put it on the other one? This is not what we agreed on. Unfortunately for Linus Tech Tips again, they doubled down by saying that even though they made the wrong test, they still wouldn't recommend because they think that it would be bad. I don't know. They might be right, but still, you should at least do the test again, upload the video or correct it somehow, and if it's bad, then it's bad, it's alright. But that never happened, unfortunately. So then the company asked the Linus Media Group to give this whatever piece of hardware back, which was a really important prototype for them. This wasn't the final product. Unfortunately for them, Linus Media Group by accident auctioned it off to charity, which is, again, it's a bit of an oopsie. It's very unfortunate. So, but somehow they resolved it. Linus posted some blog posts about these things, but although that some information wasn't correct, and at that point I believe that he was way too emotional to handle this situation, so it got a little bit out of hand. This basically sparked a drama about their business practices and how some information that they shared was not accurate. You may ask, why is it a problem? It's a problem because their channel is not about an opinion like mine right here. If you want, you can take my opinion and just throw it in the garbage, it doesn't matter, you know. But they are making objective testing. When you test something and you promise your audience very, very good test, you are kind of expected to deliver, you know, very, very good results. And what they did, they had way too many mistakes, you know. In and on its own, it's probably not a big deal, but they have a lot of influence on the community. And if a test goes one way or another way, that can influence one company's success or demise. That's something you have to be very careful about. And I strongly believe that Linus Tech Tips wasn't doing this on purpose. They had a bit of a mismanagement. They wanted to push out videos like really fast and really quick, and if you take a look at that, some of their interviews, all the employees said that wish they had more time to create videos, wish they had more time for testing. And so basically everyone said the same. Even Linus himself agreed on that. All of this was basically sparkled by not having enough time. They just wanted to be a video factory of just pushing, and what's the next thing, and they didn't really care about what they did. And to put a nail on the coffin, at this very time, a former employee, Madison, came out and told about the experiences working for Linus Media Group. Yeah, she chosen this time because Linus Tech Tips was in the spotlight, so I guess she wanted everybody to know because she wasn't able to resolve it. It's completely reasonable. So next, they made an apology sort of video where they tried to explain some of the stuff. It wasn't well received because I think they were still in a rush to quickly make things right, but they at least promised that they are going to make an investigation and try to slow down a bit and whatnot. So basically the content of the video, well, the message of the video was on the right place. And then they made another video like detailing more financial details and everything else, how to make it right. And now, what's my opinion on all of this? Well, for the most part, I think Linus Tech Tips can benefit from this greatly. They have the luck to have a very, very good viewer base, and I think for the most part, people receive this very well, trying to be helpful. What I don't understand is when some people try to overly dramatize all these things. Linus Media Group is just like any other company, you know. We don't have to idolize anyone here. Every single company out there has issues, and unfortunately, most companies just don't give flying, you know, just don't care. Luckily for us, they have completely different stance. I strongly believe they didn't do this deliberately. They didn't want to be the bad guy. The mismanagement just circled and eventually led into this. And don't forget that these things didn't happen yesterday. This wasn't happening in like 3 hours. This was long years of issues piling up. So I'm kind of surprised that they don't have even more problems like this. This is probably, in my opinion, one of the best things that ever happened to Linus Tech Tips, because from here, if they handle this well, they can probably even double their subscriber count, because this will go down as the big Linus Tech Tips drama. Right now we are making videos about this whole situation. Maybe in the future, the way they handle it will be just as interesting as the drama itself. Don't forget that they are just human. And if you think that you can do better, well, show us. And if you actually do better, then it's good for you. But I can promise you that leading a company and managing a company and dealing with all the issues, it's not easy. Eventually all companies come down to issues, and all companies come down to a point where they need to reevaluate some things and start over. This is the time for Linus Media Group. I really hope they learned a lot from this, and we can expect even better videos in the future. Thank you everyone for watching. I know this is not the regular video you expected from me, but I just wanted to express my thoughts on this very topic. I tried to be the voice of reason here, not to try to overinflate. We probably don't know everything, but seemingly Linus Tech Tips learned their lessons. Let's just give them some time and we will see how it goes down. Thank you again for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you want content maybe more like this, when you want to watch some programming videos. Hopefully some more are coming in the future. And thanks again. Goodbye.